I've got a lot of things going on in this. There's a lot of things. Some teenagers were found dead, and I've got to try and figure out what happened there. Come to find out that there's some things going on, and it just seems like it just snowballs farther and farther and farther to the point where I'm just kind of overwhelmed a bit. But as far as what's concerned with me is that I'm trying to do the best for my deputies in my town. Yeah, Robo War was a blast. I had a good time, and that was Bruno Mattei, and also Strike Command was Bruno Mattei. And we had a good time over. It was in the Philippines, and it's funny how when you do films, it's just kind of a universal language. I didn't speak Italian, but you know, he'd give me directions, Bruno would, and I could understand what he was saying. Capito? Yeah, capito. You know, and we had a blast doing that. It was hard work there, and one of the guys that was in Strike Command was Alex. He played football at UCLA. Great big guy. He was a guy with a that I ended up putting a grenade in his mouth, and he ended up with the metal teeth. And we had a good time. It was a lot of fun on that. And I was 6 months doing that. I was in Turkey and in Rome. And boy, that was a long film. That was a long film, and I was away from my wife quite a while. And it was hard. It was very hard, but you know, we got through it. I went from 230 pounds down to 205 because I thought I could trust the water, and you can't.
You pretty much on television originated the character of Captain America.
Yes, I did.
And you may tell us a little bit about that and tell us how you feel about the big budget remake.
You know, I really would have loved to have been involved with that in some way because it would have been a nice transition. Okay, I tried, and I had my people try, but they weren't responsive to it. In fact, some of my people now are talking with Chris Evans, and like I said on TMZ, I said he looks like my little brother. He's a lot smaller than I am, but I'm sure he's gotten in condition for the movie. I love being a superhero. It was fun. I had a thing happen in Venice one time, Venice Beach down in California, in Santa Monica, and I was in my motorhome, and I came out completely dressed in my Captain America outfit, and there was a drunk that was sitting on the wall, and he looks up and he falls off the wall and he says, "I gotta stop drinking," when I come out in my full Captain America outfit. And then he blinks and he looks at me and he realizes that I'm real, and he goes, "Well, maybe not." But I never will forget that. I never will forget that. It was a lot of fun running along the beach there in Venice, and then, you know, picking people out of dune buggies and stuff. It's fun being a superhero. It's a blast. It really is. And my dear friend who has passed away long since then, Alan Balter, was the producer of that, and I got to work with Christopher Lee in the second one. I just had a really good time. In fact, Heather Menzies was in the first Captain America that I did, and she was the wife of Robert Urich, and she was also in the first movie I did called with Dirk Benedict. And Christopher Lee, I worked with him, and then I worked with him again in Howling 2 in Czechoslovakia. And I thought Christopher Lee was a character and a half. He was one.